Welcome back, guys, to another installment of G Gundam. This is the episode 14. I want to say it was Defeat of the Undefeated of the East, or Defeated by I don't remember quite what the name is exactly. I have a hard time with the exact name of most of them, mainly because of how I do this. Yeah, I get the number, I don't get the name. Is what it is. Anyways, this is one of those culmination episodes. This is one of those episodes where the story has led to this point thus far. This is an episode where several things from the past come forward, events happen, and this is the episode where suffering begins, for lack of a better term. And throughout this little episode clip thing that I'm about to be going on today with all of you, I just wanted you guys to remember something that I said about, I want to say it was, would have been all through the last two episodes. Domon loves Master Asia. Domon adores Master Asia. Domon views Master Asia in a very kind way. Domon loves this man. Domon has some of the utmost respect for this man. And Domon views this man as a father figure of sorts, as many master apprentices do. This is Domon's father figure throughout this show. He does have a father. His quest is to help save his real father. But as for those of you who have had like a mentor of some sorts that wasn't just your father, but somebody else, a football coach of some sort, somebody like that, that was Domon. This guy that was what Master Asia was to Domon. The master and the apprentice, the man that molded Domon to his final form, essentially. Remember all that. Remember their buddy-buddy attitude. Remember how Domon felt around him. Remember the comments of, I haven't been this happy in years. I'm only this happy when I'm around you, Master. Remember those. Remember all of that throughout this entire part. Because it is important. It is important to the overall development of Domon and the overall development of the story. This is... it's been a little while since I've looked at the hero's journey, but this is a part of the hero's journey. This is like the second part. This is the Empire Strikes Back moment. This is that episode, the loss, the heartache, the pain. That's this. And we're going to get into it. And of course, we start off with our narrator, reminding us of what happened last episode with Argo, with George, with our friend Chippity. Well, Chippity's over here. And Saisaishi, reminding us that they are now evil, have strange abilities, are much stronger than before, and then kindly point out that we got, all of them, a mysterious, evil, brooding Gundam that nobody knows who's piloting it. Although if you've seen the series, you already know who it is. You already know what Gundam this is and things of that nature. That's not the point, though. We're doing this not for just the people that have already seen the series. We're doing this for the people that want to be introduced to the series, that want to interact with the series and the story. And I do suggest people go watch it. It's cheesy. It's all over the place. It's overly Gundam, but also, well, it's overly Japanese, like Japanese storytelling styles. But it's lovely, it's wonderful, and it knows what it is, and it's not trying to be anything else other than what it is. It's G Gundam. Take Dragon Ball Z, Street Fighter, mix them together and throw them robots. You got G Gundam. Episode begins. Oh, wait. We do get announced one other thing. 4 mysterious lights, if I can get it just right, are on its way to Shinjuku. Yes, I've been fighting with this the whole time throughout this. I keep forgetting what part of Tokyo this is. This is Shinjuku. Now, next week I'm going to do the exact same thing and forget if it's Shinjuku or not. That's just me. But no, four strange lights from the colonies are heading their way towards Shinjuku. How are they going to play into the overall story? What are they? Who are they? What's going on? Are they a part of the Dark Army? Are they members of Associates of the Dark Gundam? Don't know. Honestly, I wish that this is side note, because I already know who they are. I already know what happens. This is like my 50th time watching this series again. Really wish they would build on these characters a little bit more, but that's in a manga that I still need to read. Yep, heading towards Shinjuku. Let's go and name of the episode that I can't read because I don't read Japanese and I don't speak it. So yeah. So we open on just the guard post, everything. Cut to the building where everybody's just kind of quiet, but we see the underground. We see this festering spawn of some sort. The wiring, the cords, and in the center, when it's animated, and I might try to do it just right to try to show. No, I'm not even gonna try to fight it. Yeah, right there. It's kind of pulsing. It's growing. It's kind of like the heartbeat of some sort. And as we slowly zoom in on it, you see the Dark Gundam is there. The Dark Gundam is evolving. It is multiplying. It is becoming what it is. It's one of the theoretical abilities. All three of them that I don't fully remember, but I remember self-duplication, recovery, and I think evolution. And I believe this is the evolution ability. It is becoming anew. It is growing to something different. And we won't see what it is this time. No. And this is kind of taking from something I said earlier. When they introduced the Dark Gundam to us, we saw it in a more larval state. We've seen it go around in more of a larval attitude, doing what it does, doing its thing. Well, next time we see it, it is in a more evolved state and so on and so forth. The Dark Gundam is getting stronger. That's all you need to know. This is the only real time you see it this episode. Not really a spoiler, but you don't really get to see the Dark Gundam until next episode. We cut back to the building where they are getting reports of, hey, we have these four lights. We don't know who they are or what they are. Maybe they're assistants from the colonies. You get one dude saying, nah, the colonies don't care about us. We're on Earth. Colonies never cared about us on Earth. So why the heck would they ever come and help us now? Good point. Guy doesn't really like him. Rain looks sad and kind of depressed, but she looks out at one of the cameras and notices Master Asia standing outside what appears to be a subway tunnel. I think it's a subway tunnel. Don't quote me on that. It's an underground cavern. That's what I know. And Rain watches Master Asia go down the tunnel. Rain quickly wonders what the heck that is. And as she heads down there, she pulls out a gun and looks upon the gun, makes sure it has ammo. And this is a side note, but she says something that's very poignant and a lot of people need to remind themselves. When looking at the gun, she says, hey, she's not as strong or as skilled as Master Asia or Domon. And then puts the gun in her side, like she knows that she might have to use this. Because this goes into a little side tangent, but it's the reality of weapons. They are tools, and they are the great equalizer. She is not as strong as them. She is not as powerful as them. She knows that, hey, she might need a gun to defend herself. Nice little context there. A lot of people need nowadays. Anyways, she arrives at the little underground area that I'm pretty sure is to Shinjuku Station, which is a giant subway station. As she walks down trying to find Master Asia, she has no idea where he is. And it is just a bunch of walking right now. She spots him here or there. If you go here, she's trying to find him. If I can get it just right. She, as you can see, she walks here. He's not there in that scene. Walks around. He's right there. Wait. oh, it's a mirror. So he's not there in this mirror that she's looking at. He's there, walks behind, makes a noise, and she notices it. I didn't notice that was a mirror. I've never noticed that was a mirror. I thought he was... Yeah. So she even looks in that area, doesn't see him, walks away, he's there, and then he attracts her to follow him. She goes into this area. He's in this area, tracking him there, trying to get her there. He's leading her here. He quickly runs out the door, locks it behind him. Rain tries to leave, and then this magical light appears. This light that don't really know all about it, don't really know where it comes from. But as Rain looks into the light, it mesmerizes her, and she starts walking down a hallway where the light is taking her. We cut back to the next morning where Domon's eating bread. Yep, that's pretty much that for Rain for this moment. We come back to her a couple times. We do. She does have an interesting part and an interesting revelation. Domon's eating breakfast. Master Asia comes by to see him, and they begin just chit-chatting about the day, like, how was your night? How are you doing? Things of that nature. Domon slept relatively restless because, they're on the war. Doesn't know what's going to happen. And Master Asia, Domon asked, and also, first off, also, Domon is worried about, his rivals. He doesn't really consider them friends, but rivals. These people that he's fought, how strong they are. He's worried about his brother's influence upon them. And he doesn't know what to do. Like, these are people that he's fought against. He's kind of grown some friendship with a couple of them, and he doesn't know how to respond to it. He then kindly asks Master Asia, well, how did he sleep? And Master Asia says something very poignant and very interesting. Master Asia says that because he has been a fighter for so long, because he's been a expert in all this and been in some very dangerous and horrific situations, he has learned to deal with it. He has learned to evolve and to accept it, and because of that, last night he slept like a baby, which I thought was very interesting. Then, as we have seen, Master Asia led Rain to that area. Master Asia asks Domon, hey, have you seen Rain today? Domon's response is, nope, haven't seen her. I'm willing to bet she's still sleeping in. Says something about she has low blood pressure, so that's probably why she's sleeping in. Don't know. Don't quite get it. And Master Asia's response to him is, hey, you shouldn't talk about women like that. And, and they're joking fun, just laughing about and everything. But we've seen Master Asia and what he did. Kind of leading you down the path, like they're laying the breadcrumbs that, hey, something's not right here. Something's up with him. What is he doing? We cut back to Rain as she is still steadily just walking along with the lights taking her where she needs to go. We then see the 4 lights coming down. We have Domon is now being told about the 4 lights by the mayor. They're trying to figure out, hey, what are these 4 lights? Are they reinforcements for the Dark Army? What's going on? Who are they? Domon doesn't know. Domon's kind of concerned, but who's more concerned is Master Asia. Master Asia, as you can see, kind of the classic anime trope of he knows what they are, he knows what it is, and he's extremely scared. He says, they aren't coming here, are they? There's no way they're coming here. So he knows who the 4 lights are. I know who the 4 lights are. He definitely knows who the 4 lights are, and he doesn't want them to appear. So we get the hint that they aren't a part of... There's something that even Master Asia is scared of. But we don't know why. Granted, you can probably start piecing together some aspects of this. Domon takes note of Master's face, and then, out of nowhere, The sirens go off, and the Dark Army is advancing. Domon and Master Asia go to battle. Shining Gundam, Hao Gundam, both go in and begin taking out Dark Army members like it's nothing. You get to see Master Asia do some really cool tricks with his ability to send out that, like, I don't know, it's like a scarf thing, because 1 minute it's a scarf, so it's a little rag style thing that he's throwing strong enough to destroy things, and yet he can twirl it around and turn it into a staff. It's anime, okay? It's fun. It's enjoyable. Sometimes it doesn't make that much sense, but it's enjoyable to a point. It's so just beautiful. And the characters are what does the show for me, not really the logistics of everything. So as Master Asia is just breaking him down one by one, see, he even stands on this beam thing, so I don't know how all this stuff works. He begins telling Domon that we can't beat them battling them one by one. We can't just wipe out all these drones and expect to win. No, what they need to do is take out the general and they'll all crumble. Master Asia kindly points out who the general of this troop is. You can kind of see who Domon is going to be facing for the beginning of this. And it's George Descent and his Rose Gundam. Mr. Pompous, Mr. Honor, Mr. Knight. Yep. Evil George versus Domon. Domon really doesn't want to battle him. Domon is very hesitant to battle him. He doesn't know what's going on. He's still worried. He doesn't like the fact that he's under his brother's control, but he doesn't wish to destroy a rival, sort of a friend, this person that is kind of growing on Domon. Master Asia tells him that he must do it. He's already gone. You must go and destroy George. Domon runs into battle at the behest of his master, again showing how important Master Asia is to Domon, how important his input is to Domon, how Domon feels about Master Asia, so on and so forth. It is what it is. And I say that way too much. Domon rushes into battle against George, clashing George's saber with Domon's beam katana. You know, it's one of those rapiers. As their fight begins, and Domon basically says, hey, snap out of it. I don't want to fight you. George says, well, I'm going to fight you. And it's all because of that wonderful fighter. That amazing fighter. All for him. Domon gets thrown aside and George looks upon him like, I've already beaten you, because he's stronger. Domon says, I know you're doing this because of my brother. He's evil, so snap out of it. George responds with, nope, he's amazing. He's wonderful. And I will destroy you for bad-mouthing him. I want you to know something. There is a fighter. They keep saying the word fighter. They don't say the person's name. George goes in for a Rose Bits attack. Domon says he's tired of this and quickly just slices right through them. Because Domon's been training, obviously, and is prepared for all that. Domon responds with, do you have anything else? Like, come on, I'm tired of this. Let's go. George snaps his fingers. We get another shot of the Dark Gundam, and from the ground, 4 pillars come out of the ground, just firing up. And as you already saw, because I messed this all up, within each pillar is Chippity, Saisaishi, and Argo in both Maxter, Dragon, and Bolt Gundams. Prepare to battle Domon. Domon versus all 4 of them now. And Domon's kind of outnumbered. Ultimately, he's not individually, he could probably take them all on. 4 versus him, it's not a good matchup. Okay, we got our little mid credit scene, you know, the da 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 da. We cut back. Well, we come back to Rain being led down the path into a mysterious factory of sorts. Don't know how to properly say it. There's pods, all this stuff's around, and what's in the pods? Well, as Rain is now snapped out of her hypnosis, she goes to inspect these pods, and within them, Dark Gundam soldiers. Yes, these pods are DG cultivation chambers. So DG cell cultivation chambers. I'm not gonna ever be able to say that again. These chambers are designed to infect the hosts, and from my understanding, because they don't really go into it, again, failures of the show, just some world building things that they could have built on and explanations that I kind of need. From what I gather, in these chambers, you are exposed to DG cells while you're kind of unconscious, and it slowly, over time, I don't think metastasized is the right word. It spreads and allows you to properly become a Dark Gundam soldier, part of the Dark Army, evolve and become one of the mindless slaves. Rain figures that out, realizes that she's surrounded by soldiers, and then as she's looking upon the pods, she quickly finds the old companions for Chippity, Saisaishi, Argo, and George, ranging from the girls. Bunny is the one that I can remember off the top of my head, to the monks for Saisaishi, George's butler, and the Russian lady, the guard. Rain quickly rushes over to try to break them out, and the Dark Gundam soldiers become activated. Some key things. Rain's busting each one of them out slowly. Rain tries to ask them, hey, what's up? Well, first off, Russian lady says, hey, we are internally in debt. We are in debt basically to Neo Japan, and we are eternally thankful. Like, we would have died without this. Rain takes note that says, hey, you guys aren't infected. You're all okay. You seem to be perfectly fine. Let's get the heck out of here. And also, how the heck did you get here? But before they get the how the heck did you get here, turns out all the Dark Gundams are attacking. All the soldiers are attacking, not Dark Gundams. All the soldiers are attacking. Rain quickly takes out one of them with the gun, and they quickly realize that they are surrounded. Obviously, one gun won't take them all out, so they have to just quickly get the heck out of there. We cut back to Domon battling against all the other members. Gets knocked down, is getting beat up, getting thrown all over the place, and gets trapped by rose bits and everything. George comes in to finish off Domon. And as Domon's there, you know, can't move, can't do anything, Domon kind of points something out, something that I forgot when I initially saw this episode and I had to watch twice. Domon points out all their motivations and what all these characters' motivations are and how they're kind of disgracing them now. He goes to George and says, hey, this isn't very honorable or knightly of you. Tell Saisaishi, are you just giving up on bringing back the Shaolin Temple? Asks Argo, are you just giving up on trying to free your crewmen? Are you giving up on your men that you care so much about? And then he goes to Chippity and says, hey, was your dream to be a servant to the Dark Gundam? Was your dream to be a servant to darkness and all this? Was that your dream? Reminding us as well as these guys all had motivations. These guys all had reasons for doing what they do and reasons for interacting the way they interact. they all begin to just kind of laugh it off, saying, well, we're stronger now. What does that even matter? They don't need them anymore. And it's all because of that man. So George goes in for that kill shot. And right as the blade goes about to strike Domon, down from the sky comes Master Asia and How Gundam, or Gundam How, don't quite remember, preparing to basically fend off everybody, or as it appears to fend off everybody. Domon calls out to Master Asia. Master Asia looks upon Domon. Then we cut to Rain and everybody coming out, and they begin telling Rain everything and telling Rain the truth about everything. They said that man called them here to battle. That's how they all got trapped. Each and every one of them were basically called here along with their respective fighter. So Saisaishi, Argo, Chippity, George, they all were called here to combat this man. Now, they still haven't said the name of the man. You're probably starting to put two and two together. Rain is also shocked at who the man is. And when they came by to fight him, they were separated, and they watched as this man, one by one, mesmerized them, promised them power, and turned them into what they are now. Basically took them away. They were all separated, turned into his mindless slaves that only answered to him. We get the hand out. We get this menacing look, if I can get it just right, of all four of them within the palm of this one being's hand. Then we cut out to Domon, well, not Domon, Rain and all the crewmen there outside finally, as they gaze upon Domon and Master Asia, as Domon's kneeling in front of Master Asia, prepared to basically do whatever Master Asia says. Master Asia reaches out his hand, and quickly Rain calls out, no, Domon, don't. Domon, don't do it. It's all Master Asia. Master Asia is the reason they're all here. Master Asia is the reason this battle is happening. Master Asia is the bad one. Master Asia is the reason Argo, Chippity, Saisaishi, George are under this control and with this power. Master Asia serves the Dark Gundam. Rain basically tells that all to Domon. Domon says, what the heck is she serious? What's going on? And just then, Domon gets attacked by Master Asia. And Master Asia begins to laugh and says, I can't believe you took you this long and you had to have help. I can't believe it, but I was so freaking close. I was so close, and you are so stupid. I had you in the palm of my hand, and I almost had you willingly join me. With Master Asia pulling this whole 180, not 360, because this is a complete turnaround. A flip, not a circle, it's just a flip. So pulling this 180, Master Asia starts talking kind of abruptly, kind of more imposing, more intimidatingly, kind of like a jerk, and says, I can't, just continues on berating him, saying, you would have been my slave, you would have been my servant, and I can't believe it took you this long. Domon says, what are you talking about? Kind of naively. Master Asia says, it's been me this whole time. I serve the Dark Gundam, and yeah. Master Asia begins to show off that he, in fact, and it's pretty badass, I gotta say. It was a logistically and technically, don't know how it is, but how Gundam's armor begins to break away, revealing that the whole time he was that dark, intimidating Gundam. He was possibly my favorite pilot of my favorite Gundam, because I have it right here in Gunpla form. Flip it around for the camera. Yeah, I have it. I love it. Freaking want more of it. And I actually want I want more. He was Master Gundam. Domon looks upon him in despair, kind of breaking down a bit, like freaking out that this can't be. Like, his master's the bad guy. His master's serving the Dark Gundam. And Master Asia says, well, you can serve him too. You can join me. You can be my master. You can be my pupil forever. Just join me. Just join me. Join me. Get this power. Get this unbelievable power. And reaches out his hand using the same mesmerizing light that was used upon Rain and everybody else. Domon begins to get mesmerized by the light, begins to reach out, being promised all this good, all this joy. You'll be reunited with your brother. You'll get unbelievable power. You'll be stronger than everybody. You will be the strongest that there's ever been. And you will be able to be my disciple for eternity. Being promised almost everything Domon wants. Being promised to forever be beside Master Asia. Getting to be reunited with his brother. Because even though Domon wants to destroy his brother, he still loves his brother. Getting to have something good again. These promises, these sweet whispers. Light's mesmerizing him. Rain quickly tells him, stop. He's mesmerizing you, snap out of it. Master Asia gets really mad because it worked and begins firing upon all of them. And in doing so, really ticked off Domon. Not ticked him off enough to do what he should have done, but ticks off Domon. And Domon begins using Shining Finger. And reaches out and says, this hand of mine is burning red. And its loud roar tells me to defeat you, Master. You work for the Dark Gundam, and I must do what this crest commands, and I must defeat you. Shining Finger is launched. And Master Asia says, fool, your Shining Finger is nothing compared to my Darkness Finger. Repeating it makes me realize how absurd it is and how over the top it is, but that's one of the reasons I love G Gundam. One of the reasons I adore this show is because it knows what it is. So they both go in for their finger attack, and as Domon yells, I will defeat you, Master Asia says, you're nothing, basically. Your hand attack is nothing. Mine is stronger, and begins to push back on Domon. Domon says, this can't be. My master would never do this. My master won't hurt me. My master won't destroy me. And Master Asia responds with, you know what? Because you can't get this through your thick head that I'm evil, I'm just going to destroy your hand. Domon, basically at a point of pain, arms about to break, hand about to be destroyed. Can't believe it. Master Asia basically says it's all over from here. And with all this, the four lights appear. This moment of doubt, the four lights appear. The four lights come to touch down, slam down on the ground, massive explosion, and through it all, it is revealed to be weird objects. Now, gonna go into a bit of detail here. Before it is revealed, we're about to see some Transformers. We're about to see transforming units. I wish, for the life of me, the show would have continued because there was plenty of spin-off mangas and versions of this show in Japan, just the anime never stopped. Well, the anime stopped. There's more to this universe, there's more to these characters, there's more out there, and there's probably more explanations of why these individuals get these special units, why Master Asia isn't piloting one, and where his specialized unit is. Because what we are about to be shown is the Shuffle Alliance. Side note, I might as well explain what the Shuffle Alliance is. The Shuffle Alliance are the 5 greatest martial artists in all of the colonies. Each one of them gets their own crest. Each one of them is acknowledged. The strongest being the King of Hearts, descending from there in no particular order that I'm aware of. We just know that the King of Hearts is their leader. The King of Hearts is a part of them. So at one point, Master Asia was their leader. Since he passed his crest down to Domon, Domon is technically their leader, but is also their newest member. These 4 crests appear. Nobody knows what they are. Well, back to the show. Domon can't believe it's them. Master Asia says, I can't believe you guys actually showed up. And then we get a voice emerging saying, oh, crap. Saying, Master Asia, you've messed up. And we've come to right the wrongs. As they begin to open up the circular sphere one first, revealing a Gundam unit by the name of Black Joker. I remember these names, so I remember them because their units are the same names as their crests. So Black Joker is revealed. You get, I want to say, give me a moment. Jack of Diamonds, Spade, Ace of Spades. You're going to have to go with me a bit. This is Queen of Diamonds. No, Queen of Spades. So Jack of Clubs, Queen of Spades, and Ace of Diamonds. No, Jack of Diamonds. Okay. It's been so long. I get them mixed up, but I know what they are because they're the Shuffle Alliance. So you have the Black Joker, Ace of Clubs, Queen of Spades, Jack of Diamonds. Okay, I got them. Whew. Did it. But each one is revealed. They are the 4 remaining members of the Shuffle Alliance. Master Asia can't believe it's them. And the Black Joker, who is obviously kind of leading them at the moment, says that we can't believe this of you, our former leader, a member of this honored position, would go as so far as to use basically martial arts to inflict pain and suffering on the world. And because of that, we must answer kindly. We must answer to destroy you, essentially, and wage a battle. Their job is to basically annihilate Master Asia now. Each one of them is gazing upon him, saying, hey, we can't believe this. You've sullied the name of the Shuffle Alliance. We hate to do this to a once fellow member, but we have no choice because you've messed up. And we see, even though they're kind of distorted drawings, you kind of get the gist of who each person is. Master Asia, now looking very concerned, says, if you want to take me on, then bring it. We'll all fight you one-on-one, and I will win as your former leader. Master Asia is prepared to battle, and also he mentions that do you want to try to defeat the undefeated of the East, the man who has never been defeated? Everybody prepares to fight. Black Joker says, you might be the undefeated of the East and nobody's ever defeated you, but we're going to defeat you. Very confidently, very determined to say, hey, we're going to kick your butt. You sullied our name and everything. It's time for us to defeat you. All 4 of them prepare to battle as Domon intervenes and says, no, we can't do this. There must be another way. This is Master. I plead you guys not to fight. And although Domon, who has always been not the one to stray away from the fight, not the one to say, hey, let's not fight. Let's just fight. Let's engage. Domon's is the one to try to reach out for the diplomacy. Domon's the one to try to say, hey, let's not fight. Let's stop this. Pleading with everybody not to fight. Pleading with them to spare Master Asia. And the Shuffle Alliance members say, hey, this is the kind of, because Domon hasn't really met them yet. He says the Honorable Shuffle Alliance. Excuse me. These guys apparently haven't met Domon yet, but they know who Domon is, and they say, "Oh, this is Domon, the newest member of our ranks." Well, sorry, but we have a job to do. We have to clean house, and we gotta do this. Domon continues to plead, and then quickly turns to Master Asia and says, "Please, Master Asia, don't do this. Please spare him." Master Asia responds with, "I can't believe you're pleading with him. I can't believe you're groveling. You are a disgrace to my teachings. You're a disgrace to everything." Domon then looks upon Master Asia, crying, pleading with him, let's not fight. Let's figure this out. Because Domon's kind of breaking down. Domon is having a hard time realizing that his master has turned against him, realizing that his master is evil, and Domon pleads with him that, hey, you're just sick. You're a part of the Dark Gundam. You have these DG cells. We'll save you. We'll fix you up. You're being manipulated. And Master Asia responds with, "Fine. We won't fight. We won't fight. We'll go away for today. But. Domon is no longer a pupil of Master Asia. He is no longer a part of the School of the Undefeated of the East. He is disrespectful. He is awful. And from now on, Master Asia will do everything in his power, everything in his ability, every time he sees Domon to destroy him. And next time they meet, he will destroy Domon." Master Asia turns away with the other members of his new team and fly away. Domon, crying, tries to go after Master Asia and is quickly stopped by the other members of the Shuffle Alliance. Domon saying, "Hey, let me go. I need to go after my master." And Black Joker responds with, "Did you not just hear him? Did you not just hear that he has denounced you as his pupil? You are no longer allowed to be around him, and that he will destroy you no matter what." Domon, hearing these words again, kind of finally hits him, and he falls down crying, realizing that his master is no longer his master, and he cries out again, "Master Asia," because he just can't believe it. The father figure that he idolized, this man that we saw for the past 2 episodes, bring Domon so much joy and happiness, even in this land that is destroyed and rotten. It's evil, and it's breaking down Domon, and we see Rain gaze upon this as she too is kind of feeling sad and sorrowful on behalf of Domon, and everybody watches as Domon kind of breaks down in this end of this episode, in this end of this installment, in a very touching in a very sorrowful way. And yeah, I'd never cry in public, but it is what it is. With that, guys, we come to an end of another episode, end of another installment. And with that, we prepare for next week's episode, the final installment, where, you guessed it, I've managed to keep this part a secret for as long as I could. Yes, Master Asia's the villain right now. Master Asia has gone from teacher to villain to one of the ultimate rivals. And next week we will see the Shuffle Alliance with all of them, along with Domon, take on Master Asia and Domon's rivals. It will be a sight, and it will be the conclusion. Well, I don't think the ultimate conclusion of the Shinjuku arc. I do think there's one episode after that, but it's more of the leaving episode and coming to grips episode. It is what it is. But next week is our fight, an ultimate fight in the Shinjuku arc. And I hope to see you guys all there. It is going to be an interesting one with a very interesting conclusion. How will Domon and the crew basically be able to free Argo, Saisaishi, George, and Chippity? What's going to happen with Domon and Master Asia? What's going to happen to the Shuffle Alliance members? How do their units all play into this? Don't know. Well, I do know, but you guys are just going to have to wait and see. With that, guys, if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.